The EU has been accused of playing with lives after the chairwoman of the European Medicines Agency (EMA) referred to the Sputnik vaccine as a game of Russian roulette. At the end of January, French President Emmanuel Macron claimed the AstraZeneca jabs appeared to be quasi-ineffective on people older than 65 just hours after EMA approved it in the whole of Europe. He also condemned Britain's decision to extend the time between people receiving their first and second dose, from 28 days to 12 weeks. The 43-year-old insisted the goal is not to have the biggest number of first injections, and claimed, "We are lying to people when we tell them they've been vaccinated by getting one injection of a vaccine that consists of 2 injections." In support of his colleagues, German Chancellor Angela Merkel and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen put forward similar claims, noting the UK had resorted to a rushed approach to vaccines. Scientists at the University of Oxford vindicated the UK's decision to maximise the number of people receiving their first doses, though. Tests showed the vaccine has a 76% efficacy against symptomatic infection for 3 months after a single dose, with greater effectiveness when a second is given later. Greg Clark, the chairman of the Commons Science Committee, said, "It seems that President Macron has made an error. It is nonsense." As a result of the EU leaders' comments, thousands of people started deliberately skipping appointments for the Oxford jab in Europe. Leaders have now been urging people to take AstraZeneca, with the lack of uptake threatening to further derail Europe's vaccination rollout, which still lags way behind the UK. Brussels does not seem to have learned from its mistakes, though. Krista Wertheimer-Hoch, the chairwoman of EMA, referred to Sputnik, the Russian COVID vaccine, as a game of Russian roulette. According to the head of Oxford-based think tank Euro-Intelligence Wolfgang Munchau, the comparison with one of the deadliest games of chance is not only wrong, but potentially counterproductive. He wrote, "The EMA's job is to approve a medicine or not, but not to speculate. We will at one point be able to measure the cost of the various EU smear campaigns against specific vaccines in terms of human lives, when we are able to get a clearer picture of the impact of vaccinations on hospitalization and mortality, broken down by brands. Once we understand the impact more clearly, one can calculate how many lives would have been saved if the EU had pursued a strategy similar to those of other advanced countries."